Mayor James Mueller joins us. We appreciate you stopping by today.
Good morning, Bob.
I wanted to ask you a real quick question about a bill that is heading to the governor's desk. It just passed in Indiana, and essentially it tries to either change or merge some townships that might not be performing as well as they perhaps could or should. City of South Bend has a number of townships either in it or kind of surrounding the city. Is the City of South Bend prepared to take over some of those roles if some of these townships are deemed not up to where they should be?
Well, I know this has been talked about for decades, how to make local government more efficient, and townships is one that's been targeted on. I think Kernan Shepard report many years ago identified that as a potential place for efficiency. I know there have been some abuses in different townships that the state legislature is looking to curb and get on top of. Merging some townships, they're not jumping in and saying we're getting rid of townships. They're just pushing toward making it more efficient, and that's what the goal is. I don't know that there's any township here that would apply to for the city of South Bend in particular. But making local government more efficient, making sure that things are working the way they're supposed to go is a good goal, and hopefully the state legislature came up with a good balance here.
When Senate Enrolled Act 1 was passed last legislative session, some of the people who are the biggest supporters said, hey, if there are any problems with this, we have the opportunity next session to fix those problems. Did this legislative session fix any of those issues with Senate Enrolled Act 1, which is the property tax cut law?
I don't believe there's been a lot of discussions. There's been bills, being amended here and there. I don't know that anything's passed as of yet. But the most impactful issues will come when the income tax falls, not till 28. So they actually have until next session to work on those.
Are you hopeful? Are you pushing them in that direction?
Well, we want them to. I think everybody realizes at least the income tax side needs to be revisited and needs to make sure that we're not making taxpayers pay more for less services. It's a strange realization where the bill that they passed, when the income tax changes go into effect, city taxpayers would be paying more for less. And I don't believe anybody wants to see that, including our state legislators.
The city's getting a big Bloomberg grant for $1 million for the 311 Center and utilizing artificial intelligence. How is that going to work? How is it going to make the system better? And will any jobs be lost?
Well, so, artificial intelligence is here. The city has a policy for responsible use, so it's not being used in bad ways or violating privacy issues. But government, philanthropies, and nonprofits can use this emerging technology for good. We do support the regulation at the federal and state levels to make sure private actors aren't using it inappropriately. But there will be changing jobs. So the question is, artificial intelligence can help people do their jobs better. And in this way, this is going to help us be more proactive as opposed to just 311 waiting for people to call. This will allow us to get on top of issues and hopefully address them before they become crises.
I wanted to ask you really quickly about, speaking of artificial intelligence, a data center was talked about near the ethanol plant, and last we discussed it, you were generally aware but not necessarily personally involved in any talks. Any updates on that effort? We're told the people who live there say it's happening. There are talks going on.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything new since we last spoke, and as I said last time, we would love to have a big investment. We think this can address the concerns of those opposed to data centers and also be a big win for our community. But right now, there's nothing on our end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mayor Mueller, thanks very much for your time. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Here's another story you may like, and subscribe to the WSBT 22 YouTube channel.